Today we're going to talk about tips and tricks in the Moneyspire software. Moneyspire has a lot of features that you may not be aware of that will really help you when you're using the software. Let's talk about bulk editing. Moneyspire lets you edit multiple transactions at once, so you can set different information such as payee, category, memo, etc. without having to go through each transaction at once. To do this, let's highlight the multiple transactions, click the edit button, set category in this example, click OK, and you'll notice these three transactions that were highlighted were switched to miscellaneous. You may also do other changes such as setting the payee, setting the number, setting the tags, and setting the memo. Sometimes you may have to delete multiple transactions. In this case, instead of selecting each transaction at once and deleting each transaction, again, you can select multiple transactions, click the edit button, click delete, confirm, and delete all the transactions at once. Sometimes you may have entered the transaction in a wrong account. Instead of deleting the transaction and then going to the other account and inputting the transaction again, you can simply cut and paste the transaction. Simply right-click on the transaction, select Cut, go into the other account, right-click, select Paste, and there it is. You may also do this with multiple transactions. Sometimes you may need to copy a transaction from one account to another. In this case, you can select the transaction, and in this case, we'll actually select two transactions. Right-click, select Copy, go into the other account, right-click, select Paste, then you'll see the two transactions have been pasted to the new account. Moneyspire lets you easily duplicate transactions so that you don't have to enter them manually. To do this, right-click on a transaction and then select Duplicate Transaction. Or you may also select Duplicate Transaction using today's date. In this case, we'll just select Duplicate Transaction. And now you'll see a duplicate transaction of the one you just selected. This comes in handy for recurring payments, recurring deposits, etc. Moneyspire also lets you create recurring reminders from existing transactions so that you don't have to manually specify the reminder information. To do this, select a transaction, right-click, and select Create Reminder from Transaction. Now you will see most of the information pre-populated. All we have to do is specify the remaining information. And in this case, we'll choose that we get paid weekly every Wednesday. And now a reminder has been created for you. And there it is. You can easily search your transaction register in Moneyspire to easily spot transactions with specific information. For example, we may want to search all the transactions that contain food. Simply click in the search box on the right-hand side, type in your search query, and there you go. You'll see all your transactions matching food. When adding a transaction in Moneyspire, you will see you have a number field with pre-populated selections. You can actually customize these selections and put in all the different items you would like to have. To do this, click the Tools menu, select Number Items. Now let's add a number item called Business. Now when you add the transaction, you'll see you have an additional item called Business. Moneyspire lets you modify the column order to your liking. To do this, click the View menu and select Column Order. In this case, we'll move the category column up so that it's before the withdrawal and deposit column. Click OK. And now you see the category column is before the withdrawal and deposit column. Moneyspire lets you customize a transaction register to your liking with different view options. To modify the view options, click the View menu, and then you can, for example, choose to view this week's transactions instead of all transactions. You can also choose to hide clear transactions. You can also choose to sort by ascending or descending order. You can choose your sort column. And you can even choose to show future transactions in your register. Clicking Next 30 Days will show your reminders for the next 30 days. Sometimes when you reconcile your account, you'd like to roll back the changes in case a mistake was made. In this case, we can highlight all the transactions, click the Edit button, and select Mark as Uncleared. Now you'll notice all the transactions have been unreconciled and they're uncleared, and then you can start the process over again to reconcile them. Moneyspire also has an advanced find feature to help you do a more broader search of your transactions. To access the advanced find feature, click the Edit menu and select Find. Here you can choose transactions between a date range, amount range, and other options. In this case, let's look for transactions between February 1st and February 28th with an amount range of $1 to $20. And here you see we found 2 transactions. You can also edit these transactions by double-clicking or even doing a bulk edit. This is also useful, for example, if you want to search for transactions for specific categories and then modify them. For example, we may want to search for transactions that have the category of food, dining out, and then modify the category to something else, or maybe even modifying the memo or payee. Thank you for watching the Moneyspire Tips and Tricks video. Please like, share, and subscribe. More great tips and tricks are coming soon.